In my previous video, I have discussed the use of second derivative test in finding the points of local maxima and local minima. In this video, I'll start with word problems on maxima and minima. So these are the questions from exercise 6.5 of chapter 6, application of derivatives, from the book Applied Mathematics Class 12 by M.L. Agarwal. The first question, find two numbers whose sum is 24 and whose product is as large as possible. So we have to find the numbers whose sum is 24 and whose product is maximum. So first, let us consider let the numbers be x and 24 minus x. So we have to find the numbers whose product is as large as possible, or the next step is we have to write to maximize the product. I am taking product as P equal to x into 24 minus x, or this is equal to 24x minus x square. Now if we want to find the point of maxima, we usually find f dash of x equated to 0 and then find the second derivative f double dash of x, and if it is less than 0 then we say that it is a point of maxima. So similarly here also, first we will find dp by dx. So dp by dx is 24 minus 2x. Now we know that at the critical points, dp by dx equal to 0, or we have 24 minus 2x equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 24 by 2, which is 12. Now we will find d square p by dx square. That is, we have to differentiate this function again with respect to x. When we differentiate this, we get the answer as minus 2, which is less than 0, which means x is equal to 12 is a point of maxima. So we have taken the two numbers as x and 24 minus x. We got one number as 12. The other number is 24 minus 12, which is again 12. Therefore, required numbers are 12, 12. So these are the numbers whose sum is 24 and whose product is as large as possible. The next question, the sum of two positive numbers is 20. Find the numbers if the sum of their squares is minimum. So we have to find the two numbers whose sum is 20 and whose sum of their squares is minimum. So first let us take, let the numbers be x and 20 minus x. Now we have to, here we have to minimize. We have to find the minimum value of sum. So to minimize, s is equal to x square plus 20 minus x the whole square. Now here for this function we have to find the minimum value of x. First we will differentiate this with respect to x. ds by dx is 2x plus 2 into 20 minus x into minus 1. Or this is equal to 2 into x minus 20 plus x. So it is 2 into 2x minus 20, or it is 4 into x minus 10. At the critical points, we have ds by dx equal to 0, which means 4 into x minus 10 equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 10. Now we will find d square s by dx square. d square s by dx square, it is the derivative of this. So it is equal to 4 greater than 0. Therefore, x is equal to 10 is a point of minima. So which means we have one number as 10, the other number is 20 minus 10, which is again 10. Therefore, the required numbers are 10, 10. The next subdivision, the sum of two positive numbers is 20. Find the numbers if the product of the square of one and the cube of the other is maximum. So for the same two positive numbers whose sum is 20, we have to find the numbers for which the product of the square of one and the cube of the other is maximum. So again let the numbers be x and 20 minus x. So here we have to maximize. So to maximize, p is equal to x cube into 20 minus x the whole square. Now again we have to find the turning points by equating dp by dx to 0 and then find d square p by dx square at those points. Now dp by dx is equal to 3x square into 20 minus x the whole square plus x cube into 2 into 20 minus x into minus 1. Because we have to use chain rule, 20 minus x the whole square is 2. If we differentiate this, 2 into 20 minus x, then if we differentiate this, we get minus 1. So here we can see that x square into 20 minus x is common. Let us take it outside. So here we have 60 minus 3x minus 2x. So from here I have taken x square into 20 minus x common. So here we will have 3 into 20 minus x, which is 60 minus 3x, and here we will have minus 2x. So this is equal to x square into 20 minus x into 60 minus 5x, or it is 5x square into x minus 20 into x minus 12. Now at the critical points, dp by dx equal to 0 implies 5x square into x minus 20 into x minus 12 equal to 0. So from this we get x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 20 or x is equal to 12. Here it is given the sum of two positive numbers. It is not given non-negative numbers. So we cannot take x as 0. If we take x as 20, then the other number will be 0. So the only possibility is x is equal to 12. Therefore, x is equal to 12. Let me continue here. So we got dp by dx as this function 5x square into x minus 20 into x minus 12, and we got x is equal to 12 as the critical point. Now we will find d square p by dx square. D square p by dx square is equal to, I am keeping this as a single function and differentiating this. So it is 10x into x minus 20 into x minus 12, and then keeping 5x square into x minus 12 as a single function and differentiating x minus 20. So we get 5x square into 1 into x minus 12 plus Here keeping 5x square into x minus 20 as a single function. And differentiating x minus 12. So we got the critical point as x is equal to 12. At x is equal to 12, d square t by dx square equal to, here 12 minus 12 0 it will go. Here also 12 minus 12 0, this term will also go. So we are left with 5x square into x minus 20 alone. So 5 into 12 square into 12 minus 20. Here 12 minus 20 is minus 8. So it is less than 0. Therefore, x is equal to 12 is a point of maxima. So which means the required numbers are, therefore, required numbers are, so we have taken x and 20 minus x. X is 12, 20 minus 12 is 8. So these are the required numbers. Next question. The product of two positive numbers is 16. Find the numbers if their sum is least. So here it is given the product of two positive numbers is 16. We have to find the numbers if their sum is least. So let us consider, let the numbers be x and 16 by x. So we have to find the numbers when the sum is least. It means to minimize, s is equal to x plus 16 by x. So here we can see that x is greater than 0. Now ds by dx is 1 minus 16 by x square. At critical points, ds by dx equal to 0 implies 1 minus 16 by x square equal to 0, or we have 1 is equal to 16 by x square. From this we get x square equal to 16, or x is equal to plus or minus 4. We cannot take minus 4 because we got x greater than 0. So x is equal to 4. This is the critical point. Now we will find d square s by dx square. D square s by dx square is minus 16 into minus 2 by x cube, or it is equal to 32 by x cube. So at x is equal to 4, d square s by dx square is equal to 32 by 4 cube is greater than 0. Therefore, x is equal to 4 is a point of maxima. I'm sorry. Is a point of minima. Therefore, the required numbers are, so here one is 4, the other one is 16 by 4, which is again 4. 4, 4. Next question. The product of two positive numbers is 16. Find the numbers if the sum of one and square of the other is least. So here again, let us take, let the numbers be x and 16 by x. So here to minimize, sum is equal to 16 by x plus x square. Here the sum of one number and the square of the other number is least. So here we will find ds by dx. It is equal to minus 16 by x square plus 2x. Now We know that at the critical points ds by dx equal to 0. So which means minus 16 by x square plus 2x equal to 0, or we get 2x is equal to 16 by x square. From this we get x cube is equal to 8. Therefore x is equal to 2. Now let us find d square s by dx square. So it is equal to minus 16 into minus 2 by x cube plus 2. I am differentiating this with respect to x. So it is 32 by x cube plus 2. So at x is equal to 2, d square s by dx square is equal to 32 by 2 cube plus 2, which is greater than 0. Therefore, x is equal to 2 is a point of minima. So which means we have taken the numbers 6 and 16 by x. So the required numbers are 2 and 16 by 2, it is 8. Therefore, required numbers are 2, 8. Next question, find two positive numbers whose sum is 16 and the sum of whose cubes is minimum. So here we have to find two positive numbers whose sum is 16. It means one number is x and the other number is 16 minus x, and we have to find the sum of their cubes should be minimum. So here to minimize, s is equal to x cube plus 16 minus x the whole cube. So again the same steps. First differentiate with respect to x. We get 3x square plus 3 into 16 minus x the whole square into minus 1. Or it is equal to 3 into x square plus 16 square minus 32x plus x square. So this whole thing into minus 1. Or this is equal to 3 into x square minus 256 plus 32x minus x square. So these two will go. Or this is equal to 3 into 32x minus 256. So at the critical point, ds by dx equal to 0, which means 32x minus 256 equal to 0, or x is equal to 256 divided by 32, it is 8. Now we will find d square s by dx square. D square s by dx square, from here we get 3 into 32. It is greater than 0. Therefore, we can see that this point x is equal to 8 is the point of minima. So the numbers are x and 16 minus x, which means 8 and 16 minus 8. It is again 8. Therefore, required numbers are 8, 8. Next question, prove that of all the rectangles with given area, the square has the smallest perimeter. So here it is given of all the rectangles with given area. So which means area is constant. We have to prove that for all the rectangles with given area, the square has the smallest perimeter. Perimeter is nothing but is the sum of the sides of the rectangle here. So let the sides of the rectangle be x and y. So if the sides of the rectangle are x and y, we know that area of the rectangle is given by x into y, or from this we have y is equal to a by x. Here we are asked to find the rectangle with smallest perimeter. So it means here we have to minimize the perimeter. So to minimize the perimeter P, the perimeter of the rectangle is given by 2 into x plus y. So here we have 2 into x plus y is a by x. So we have to find the value of x for which this P is minimum. Now the steps are as usual. First let us differentiate this with respect to x. So dp by dx is 2 into 1 minus a by x square. Now we know that at the critical points dp by dx equal to 0. So dp by dx equal to 0 means we have 1 minus a by x square equal to 0, or 1 is equal to a by x square. From this we get x square is equal to a, or x is equal to plus or minus root a. We cannot take minus root a because we have taken x as the side of a rectangle. So we cannot take minus root a. Therefore x is equal to root a. So x is equal to root a. It is a critical point. Now we will find d square p by dx square and check whether x is equal to root a is the point of local minima. So d square p by dx square is, we have to differentiate this function. It is 2 into 0 minus, here minus 2a will be as such, by x cube. So this is equal to 2 into 2, 4a by x cubed. So at x is equal to root a, d square p by dx square is 4a by root a the whole cube, which is greater than 0. Therefore, x is equal to root a is a point of local minima. So we have x is equal to root a and y is equal to a by x. When we substitute y is equal to, when we substitute x as root a in y, we get y is equal to a by root a, or y is equal to root a again. Y is equal to a by root a, which is equal to root a. Therefore, x equal to y. So we have taken x and y as the sides of a rectangle, and we have got x is equal to y. When the sides of a rectangle are equal, it means the rectangle is a square. Therefore, the required rectangle is a square. So of all the rectangles with given area, the square has the smallest perimeter. Therefore, the required rectangle is a square. Next question, prove that of all the rectangles with given perimeter, the square has the largest area. So let us take, let the sides of the rectangle be x and y. So here it is given of all the rectangles with given perimeter, which means the perimeter is constant here. So perimeter of a rectangle is given by 2 into x plus y. So from this we can write y is equal to p by 2 minus x. So we have to find the maximum value of area. So to maximize area A equal to xy, or it is equal to x into p by 2 minus x. So we can write this as px by 2 minus x square. It will be easy to simplify. So first we will find dp by dx. Here we have to find the point of maximum. dp by dx is p by 2 minus 2x. So at the critical points dp by dx equal to 0, it means p by 2 minus 2x equal to 0, or from this we get p by 2 equal to 2x, or x is equal to p by 4. Then we will find d square p by dx square. d square p by dx square, from this it is 0 minus 2, which is less than 0. So we can see that x is equal to p by 4 is a point of maxima. So from here we can find y. Y is equal to p by 2 minus p by 4. So it is again equal to p by 4. Therefore, x is equal to y, which means of all the rectangles with given perimeter, square has the largest area. Therefore, square has the largest area of all the rectangles of the given perimeter. So it means the given rectangle is a square. Next question. Prove that the perimeter of a right angle triangle of a given hypotenuse is maximum when the triangle is isosceles. So this is something little different. Here we have to prove that the perimeter of a right angle triangle of a given hypotenuse. So of all the right angle triangles where the hypotenuse is constant, we have to show that the perimeter is maximum when the triangle is isosceles. Isosceles means the two sides of a triangle are equal. So if we consider a right angle triangle, here this is the hypotenuse and here we have the two sides x and y. So let us take, let the sides of the triangle be x, y and h. So we know that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of x and y. So h square is equal to x square plus y square using Pythagoras theorem. So from this we get y is equal to root of h square minus x square. Here we have to maximize the perimeter. So to maximize perimeter P equal to x plus y plus h. So x is the same, it is x only. Y is root of h square minus x square. Now we will find dp by dx. Here if we want to maximize p, we have to find the point of maxima. So dp by dx equal to 1 plus, here we have to differentiate using chain rule. So it is 1 by 2 into root of h square minus x square Then we have to differentiate the function inside the root into minus 2x plus 0 since h is a constant. So it is equal to 1 minus x by root of h square minus x square. So here at the critical point we have dp by dx equal to 0, or from this we get x is equal to root of h square minus x square, or x square is equal to squaring both sides. So from this we get x is equal to h by root 2. So 2x square equal to h square, or x is equal to h by root 2. Now we will see whether x is equal to h by root 2 is a point of maxima using the second derivative test. For that we have to differentiate dp by dx. So let me continue here. So we got dp by dx as 1 minus x by root of h square minus x square, and on equating this to 0 we got x is equal to h by root 2 as the critical point. Now we will find d square p by dx square. So d square p by dx square equal to 0 minus of, so this is of the form u by v. So we have to square the denominator here. It becomes h square minus x square. Then keep the denominator, differentiate the numerator, minus keep the numerator and differentiate the denominator. So the denominator is root of h square minus x square. So it is minus 2x by root of h square minus x square. So let us try to simplify this. It is equal to minus of, on taking LCM, we get h square minus x square plus 2x square divided by h square minus x square into root of h square minus x square. So it is equal to minus x square plus h square divided by h square minus x square the whole raised to 3 by 2. Now we will find the value at x is equal to h by root 2 equal to minus of h square by 2 plus h square divided by h square minus h square by 2 the whole raised to 3 by 2. Here we can see that this is less than 0. Therefore, x is equal to h by root 2 is a point of maxima. X is equal to h by root 2 is a point of maxima. Now we have taken y is equal to root of h square minus x square. So when we substitute x as h by root 2, we get y is equal to root of h square minus h square by 2, or it is again h by root 2, which means x is equal to y. Therefore, the required triangle is isosceles. Which means the required triangle is isosceles. So it is asked to prove that the perimeter of a right angle triangle of a given hypotenuse is maximum when the triangle is isosceles. So we have taken the three sides of the triangle as x, y and h, and we finally got x is equal to y, which means when we have two sides of a triangle equal, The triangle is an isosceles triangle. So only for an isosceles triangle for given hypotenuse, the perimeter is maximum. I hope this video was useful for you. In my next video, I'll continue with the exercise questions. Thank you for watching.